Welcome everyone, as we have the two craziest players in the game, and I don't think that's an overstatement. Uh-oh, this is bugged. Licks, that's unfortunate. Licks has a bugged villager. Oh no. But we have Licks facing up against HOANG on Empire Wars. What a gift we have been given. An archery range dropped by Licks. Licks playing as the Britons, HOANG as the Mongols. And Licks immediately walling up. HOANG going for those deer in a big way. And also walling up. It looks like it's going to be skirmishers against archers as the openings for the players. Licks making archers and HOANG immediately starting the skirm production. I don't mind that. Let's see if there's going to be scouts added. Nope, it's a spearman added. So HOANG Licks expecting a scout or two, or just maybe making the spearman for the one scout. Spearman also on the other side from Licks, and walls. Licks doesn't want any part of this messiness. He wants this game to be clean, which is something crazy. If you're aware of these players, Licks is the guy who, in my opinion, actually gives Viper more trouble in team games, at least, than any other player. Not because he's better than Viper, but because he just is so all in, so crazy, so aggressive, so ridiculous with how he plays. And you can see getting these walls down the whole way, making sure this scout can't get in. And market, HOANG has used the market. HOANG gonna be on the way up here now. HOANG already on the way up. Licks not even close, and the market prices aren't gonna be near as good for him. HOANG already on the way up now. Is he going to stone? No. So this is gonna be Night Siege. This is gonna be classic HOANG push, I think. Let's see if we get a stable or monastery. Monastery is not here yet, but Night Monk Siege type of a push. Now the skirmishers are here, and I like this. This is 3. It's going to be 5 skirmishers. The stable being dropped, and then as soon as Castle Age comes in, it's going to be a forward siege workshop. We already know what it's going to be, but the question is, can you stop it? All right, you know what he's going to do. Can you stop him? And I love the Mongols. I don't know if it was a pick, but the Mongols play was wild. He just went out here with 8 villagers onto the deer because the Mongols collect them super fast. Got those deer in. As soon as he got the deer in, sold everything and went on up. And the skirmishers pushing back the archers. Licks unable to find pressure, unable to find damage. He's adding a stable. Does he realize that this stable is way too late? The stable's not really going to be your concern here, because scouts aren't going to help, because you're going to be up against knights. And let's see the forward villagers. Come on, do it, HOANG. Send them right now, HOANG, you can send them already. You can send them. And holding military control and on the way up. Licks walled up though, completely walled up. But he's gotta be a little nervous when he sees this. Yeah, your opponent is already up. A monastery. We know what he's gonna do. It's so crazy. Knights in, and this is a better eco than he normally has. So this is like, does Empire Wars buff HOANG? I don't think it does, but does it? Like, he's got an eco this time. And Licks just now on the way up, 2.5 minutes later. And the knights are out. No upgrades on them, because who needs upgrades? And archery ranges, what are we? Cav archers. So going a couple knights, and then he decides, I'm going to go cav archers instead. Cav archers against the Britons I don't think is the play, but then again, maybe knights isn't either. I consider the Britons a soft anti-archer civ. The reason I say that is they don't get thumb ring, so their damage per second is not quite as crazy as somebody like the Ethiopians, who can put out a lot more damage. But what they do have is extra range, so Ethiopians get wrecked by Britons because they always lose the fights. Like, they're always behind in the fight. This Cav Archer switch is going to catch everybody off guard. It caught me off guard. It's already getting the upgrades in. Getting Bodkin. Already has Fletching. Fletching and Bodkin going to be in for these Cav Archers. Doesn't have Bloodlines or Husbandry yet, I'm assuming. No Bloodlines, so probably no Husbandry. The Cav Archers are here, and how are you going to keep this out? Licks, how are you going to keep this out? cavalry archers are here. Bloodlines coming in for these cav archers. And the accuracy's a little suspect, I have to admit. For these guys, I don't know what their accuracy stats are, but they're not too bad of a unit. And now we can see these are going to be crossbowmen in about 15 seconds. And also they're going to have bodkin, and they're Britons, but we got a hill. Get the hill here for HOANG. HOANG taking this fight. This is not a good fight for Licks. I don't think. No, it's definitely not a good fight for Licks. Cav archers are a better unit than crossbows. It's just they're more expensive. They're not as cost effective. But in equal numbers, they are better. They are more powerful. Now Licks, he's got himself walled up. What does he add? Just a town center. Just a town center. It's going to be crossbowmen all the way, which if your opponent goes cav archers instead of siege, yeah, sure, that makes kind of makes sense. Going to 3 town centers, trying to protect these areas of his base, and it really will. There won't be anywhere to pressure with the cav archers, and I want to see siege being added. I want to see the forward villager adding the siege workshop, adding the real pressure. Cav archers rip through palisade walls. I know that from many terrible personal experiences where cav archer player, I'm like, I'm walled up, I have time to respawn, but I didn't have time to respawn. Now this is not a fight you want to take. HOANG. HOANG says, yes it is. All the fights are fights I want to take. HOANG, pressure, pressure, pressure. We know his style. It's fun to watch. He's terrible to play against. Goes in, gets nothing. No reward for that. And the military number 16 to 10. That's 12 cav archers versus 11, 10 crossbowmen. HOANG just adding houses as he needs. He's getting ballistics already in, so he's getting now the archer armor upgrades for these cav archers, and this is gonna be a fight here. But it's the numbers are very similar, and as these numbers grow for their Briton player, Britons get stronger and stronger. Whereas the Mongols, they do have faster firing cavalry archers. I kind of forgot about that. And here comes, like I said, the forward villagers. It was only a matter of time. The forward siege is on the way. Distract your opponent, send him back to his base, and then bring the forward siege. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is how you can win games. Because if you want to win, all right, on ranked, you're not trying to become a tournament player, because really, which of us are? You're trying to win ranked games. Trying to, oh, come on, do it. Just drop it on this hill. Come on, HOANG. He runs back home. I think he could have got it up. Okay, does it more safely, doesn't want to risk it. And time to run away. Time to run away, and he does so. No ballistics yet for, oh, ballistics is in. So one of those shots didn't connect, dodging ballistics there. The siege workshop on the way up. It's going to be siege already on the way out. Come on, siege. Yep, yep. Mangonels on the way out. And this, Britons do better against Mangonels. But if they're microing against the Mangonels, what are the Britons going to do against the cav archers? And the villagers waltzing forward to what? Add another siege workshop? I don't know. Monastery? Now, you can see HOANG, already 20 villagers down. So even in this Empire Wars game, he's 20 villagers down. And this is what cav archers can do. They always get that engage in. So that Britain's range, yeah, it still helps massively. But it's not quite the same as other civs, because you can get in on them. And the Mongols with that great damage rate, and even Thumbring coming in now. Mongol cav archers are one of the most underrated things. Licks knows. Licks knows. He understands the situation. Mongol cav archers are one of the most underrated units in the game because we don't see them. Not because people don't know, not because the pros don't know, but because we don't see them. Why would we see them? Because the Mongols get Mangadai. Well, if you don't have stone, if you sold your stone to go up, just go on into cav archers, and their cav archers are pretty effective. Faster firing, not great against town centers, but pretty effective nonetheless. And the siege workshop continuing to pump out mangonels and eco upgrades, but Licks on the way to Imperial Age, and Arbalest changed this whole narrative. in a hurry. And I don't think HOANG is gonna like that. Now, the populations are in favor, actually, of our Mongol player. And the villager difference, yeah, there's a nice villager difference at the moment, 70 to 57. But villagers are here to die. Oh, these cav archers gonna... Alright, micros away just in time. Bring his mangonel up, and I don't think I want to be in this position. I don't want to micro siege against a guy who just plays siege every game, all game. Now, Celt siege is not... This is not what we're facing up against here, but HOANG, a pretty dominant player. And yep, the villagers forward repairing. He's not worried about idle eco time. He's putting this pressure on, and there's a minute and a half till imp, and there's not an army for Lix. Lix is struggling to get units. Lix is getting pressured. Can he hold up to this pressure? Ooh, what a risky town center. But I think it's going to pay off. I think it's going to pay off. As the ecos are getting closer, and it's 4 town centers versus 1, and the ecos are getting closer. That's a scary place to be in. 30 seconds from imp, about a minute from upgrades. But again, this is cavalry archers. They can close the gap. That Britain range isn't quite as effective against cav archers as it is against other units. And HOANG taking everything out. He's got 3 mangonels on the front. Now Lix, can he get some big shots in with his mangonel? Chemistry on the way in. That's, see, 13 crossbows, 13 arbs isn't enough. Not enough. And Lix, sorry, he's diving. No, you can't dive that. There's town centers everywhere. You gotta take 5 mangonels. Just bring the mangonels. That was costly for HOANG. Diving under everything. But he's got 30 of them. 30 cav archers versus 15 arbs, and I just like the cav archers in this position. The cav archers and the 5 mangonels. The pressure that HOANG is putting on, and he's noticed this over here. He's able to keep the pressure on that. Now, those arbs, as that mass grows, it becomes terrifying. And once that mass gets big enough, it's not something that you can compete with in an age below. But like I said, the cav archers can close and get damage, and oh, a misclick on the farm. This is awkward. HOANG struggling to push now. The arb mass is big enough to hold, and HOANG, his siege getting sniped off by these arbalist. In a hurry, arbalist with chemistry and with upgrades just take out siege so quickly. Take out Castle Age siege, I should say. But HOANG pressuring. This feels like a massive fight, but so many units going down for HOANG, and I think HOANG calls it when this fight's over. I think this is the GG. I think it's over. HOANG unable to make it happen, doesn't have the eco to go to the next age. 7 on food. Lix held, and HOANG heading back home with his tail between his legs. Lower on the eco. Yep, GG called. Lix is victorious. What a pressure from HOANG. What a hold from Lix. It's a great game. Let's check the military stats. You can see HOANG barely held on to that KD ratio. Economy, though, Lix actually hardly anymore. It's just the strategy choice. HOANG with that 6-minute castle time. Remember, Empire Wars. But never getting to Imperial Age. Unable to fight that Arb ball. Lix with the little better military and APM. Both players aren't the fastest, but definitely not slow either. 70 APM. Pretty good. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this crazy pressure from HOANG. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. If not, that's fine. But we'll see you in the next one.